Hey rockers, welcome back to another episode of Indie Rockers Ball.
Yes, and we are so excited you decided to join us for another episode.
That's right, Sam. We have a great show planned for you today.
We sure do, including a great performance on Check This Out.
Okay, Paige, cut to the segment so we can get moving.
Lil Nas X has taken the world by storm with his Billboard #1 single, Old Town Road. The song took off from a viral TikTok challenge and now has over 29.1 million streams. The rapper has also collaborated with country star Billy Ray Cyrus for a remix of the song and even received a cosign. However, there seems to be some controversy with the treatment of the single and its ties to country music. The song was removed from the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart not long after its rise to fame. According to Rolling Stone, Billboard put out a statement saying, "Upon further reviews, it was determined that Old Town Road by Lil Nas X does not currently merit inclusion on Billboard's country charts. When determining genres, a few factors are examined, but first and foremost, its musical composition. While Old Town Road incorporates references to country and cowboy imagery, it does not embrace enough elements of today's country music to chart its current version." While the producer for the song admits that it's not a country beat, Lil Nas X has turned it into a country song with his lyrics and vocals. This makes sense if we look at artists like Jason Aldean and Ludacris, who collabed on the country rap single Dirt Road Anthem, as well as Florida Georgia Line and Nelly for the hit song Cruise. Do you think the song Old Town Road should be considered country music? Let us know what you think on Twitter at IUP-TV with the hashtag #MusicNews.
April 5th marked the 25th anniversary of the death of Nirvana's frontman, Kurt Cobain, and Emo Night did something really special this year to honor the death of this late rock star. Popular rock band The Used teamed up with Anthony Green to perform some of Nirvana's greatest hits like Heart-Shaped Box and All Apologies. They were played at the event. This was also Green's first time performing with Burt McCracken, who said their Nirvana covers were enough to bring the audience to tears. Green also made a statement about the performance saying, "I am so honored to be singing with Burt for the first time ever. And since we're getting so close to the anniversary where we celebrate the life of Kurt Cobain and the music of Nirvana, and because it's such a huge impact on both of our lives, we've decided to sing a couple songs together." Make sure to check out the performance by The Used and Anthony Green and let us know what you think on Twitter at IRBTV with the hashtag #MusicNews.
Wow, The Used and Anthony Green performance sounds awesome.
I know, it's so cool that they would honor Kurt Cobain and Nirvana like that.
Agreed. On the other hand, have you listened to the remix of Old Town Road?
Listen to it? Sam, I've memorized it. It's my new mantra.
Oh no. Alright, rockers, maybe this is a good time to cut to the next segment. Make sure to stick around for a music lesson.
I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna
cut the segment, Paige, cut the segment.
I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road.
Okay, that's actually enough. Stop!
Hey rockers, and this week on Music Lesson, we're going to be learning the intro to Battery by Metallica. So to start off, for the first part, we're going to be playing variations of the E minor power chord. So you want to start off open 6th string, middle finger on the 2nd fret on the 5th string, ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 4th string, and then you strum the chord and then slide your ring finger to the 2nd fret. So we'll play that real quick. So from there, you want to move your middle finger to the 2nd fret on the 6th string, open 5th string, and then 2nd fret on the 4th string. So from there, you want to take your middle finger off and then put your index finger on the 1st fret on the 6th string, and then leave everything else as it is. Then play an open 4th string, and then a power chord on the 3rd fret on the 6th string. But then you also want to play the open 4th string with that power chord. So we'll put all that first part together. So you want to play that riff 2 times, and then on the 3rd time, you just want to play the first part with moving your ring finger from the 3rd fret to the 2nd fret. So from there, you want to move up to the 4th fret on the 3rd string, 5th fret, and then 7th fret on the 4th string. And then you play that twice, but the second time you play it a little bit slower. Then you want to repeat that for a 3rd time, but after you play the 7th fret, you move down to the 5th fret on the 4th string. And then 5th fret on the 3rd string, 4th fret on the 3rd string. So let's put all of that together. And that is how you play the intro to Battery by Metallica. We'll see you next week, rockers.
Hey rockers, remember when we talked about that new Motley Crue movie released on Netflix called The Dirt? Well, Motley Crue has released 2 new tracks they recorded for the soundtrack of the movie. The new songs are called Ride with the Devil and Crash and Burn. According to UltimateClassicRock.com, the Dirt soundtrack album which accompanies the movie includes 18 songs, 14 of which are fan favorites, plus 4 songs newly recorded for the film. The other 2, The Dirt, established in 1981, and a cover of Madonna's Like a Virgin were released a few weeks ago. The whole soundtrack is amazing, and we would totally recommend it to anyone who loves classic rock or rock as a whole. Let us know what you think of their new soundtrack as well as their new songs on Twitter with the hashtag musicrelease at IUP-TV.
Carly Rae Jepsen's last album was 2015's Emotion, which was followed by her B-Sides collection. Since then, she shared a few songs in her last few years. In 2017, she shared Cut to the Feeling and Party for One. She's now back with 2 more songs. Now That I Found You was recently teased in a promotional video for Queer Eye. She also released a new song called No Drug Like Me. She made a statement about the new song saying, Now That I Found You is about the high that you get when a new love starts to change your life. It's like the rush, rush, rush is better than any drug. She continues with, this leads to No Drug Like Me, which is a promise that I made to love in general, that when the good stuff lands my way, I will always try to be vulnerable and brave to show all myself. If you make me feel love, then I'll blossom for you. Recently, she announced a new album titled Dedicated, which will be released on May 17th by Schoolboy and Interscope Records. She's also going on tour soon. The tour will start May 17th and will end August 10th. She's also partnering with different charities for this tour. $1 from each ticket sold will go towards the Crisis Text Line, while some other funds from the San Francisco date will go towards the Trevor Project, which is an LGBTQ youth crisis intervention and suicide prevention service. Make sure you keep an eye out for Carly Rae Jepsen's new album.
I'm so excited for the new Carly Rae Jepsen album.
Me too. I'm a huge fan of her and all of her singles.
I know, Ian. They are so good. And don't forget she's going on tour as well.
I almost forgot. But I do think that it's super cool she's partnering with all these different charities.
I agree. I think it says a lot about her as an artist. The AMC Awards took place on Sunday, April 7th. Jason Aldean, a popular country artist, won Dick Clark Artist of the Decade award that night. Representatives from Billboard.com stopped him after the awards to question how he felt after receiving this award. When Aldean originally found out about the award, he was recording for his new album. He said that it was his manager delivered the good news to him while he was in the studio that day. I was kind of blown away, Aldean confesses, but at the end, there's a lot of artists in country music that have had a great run over the last 10 years. And so to be the one that everybody voted for thought should have that, I mean, that means a lot to me. The 42-year-old artist is the 6th person to have received this award. Just minutes before receiving the award, Aldean performed his song Lights Come On and his popular duet Don't You Want to Stay with Kelly Clarkson.
Rolling Stones frontman Mick Jagger recently had heart surgery. Jagger is doing very well, but apparently the surgery happened a few days after the Rolling Stones postponed their stadium tour. A representative from the band states, Mick Jagger has successfully undergone treatment. He is doing very well and is expected to make a full recovery. Soon after, Mick Jagger tweets, I'm feeling much better now and on the mend. And also a huge thank you to all the hospital staff for doing a superb job. The tour was originally supposed to run from April 20th to July 29th, but is now postponed until March 30th. A representative said Mick Jagger has been advised by doctors that he cannot go on tour at this time as he needs medical treatment. The doctors have advised Mick that he is expected to make a complete recovery so that he can get back on stage as soon as possible. After hearing the news, Jagger ends with, "I really hate letting you down like this. I'm devastated for having to postpone the tour, and I will be working very hard to be back on stage as soon as I can."
Wow, I can't believe Mick Jagger had open heart surgery.
Right? That's so scary.
I know. However, I'm glad that he seems to be feeling better.
Yeah, I agree, Sam. And it's exciting to hear that he'll be back on tour in no time.
I'm so excited, and I'm pretty sure all of his fans will be relieved too.
Anyways, rockers, don't go anywhere because next up is Check This Out with the Placeholders.
Hey, we're the placeholders. I'm looking up at the tiles above. The pleasure hangs within my body that moves along a path with twists and turns that doesn't seem to stop. Could you stay for a little while and stop the clock? My time is up. I've gathered my senses. Where I was, where I'll be, and where I will go from here. Along this path with ups and downs that sends me into shock. Take me back and start the clock. ago and far away, there was a land where the children played. They laughed and danced and sang their songs. Then one day the bad man came along. He took away their dance, he took away their song, he took away their fun, and his black cloud obscured the sun. That boy still dared to sing. Oh no, you shouldn't have done that. They clamped their hands down on his throat. They bring their boots down on his toes. He tries to stop, but knows they won't. That boy will never sing another. That land had all turned black. If he smiled, no one smiled back. He kept their mouths all shut, lovely voices all locked up. But that boy still tried to sing in darkness and in moonlight to keep the song alive. But they don't like that, no they don't. They'll rip the voice out of his throat. They bring their hands down on his throat. They clamp their boots down on his toes. He tries to stop, but knows they won't. That boy will never sing another. Since past, his memory lost in history vast. That bad man still rules the land, and the music died beneath his hand. No one will sing now, no soothing songs. That lover's land had long since gone. Oh. Shut up!
What's going on, Rockers? You just heard a really great performance by the Placeholders. We have them here in the studio today to interview. These are all done. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Hello, everybody. My name is Jesse Brown, and I'm a placeholder.
Hello, everybody. I'm Noah Saylor, and I am also a placeholder.
Hi, I'm John Biller, and I guess I'm a placeholder too.
I'm Luke Miller, and I'm a placeholder who plays drums.
How did you guys actually like meet up together and start the band? Like, how did you guys just kind of come together and make what you guys are?
So Noah and I actually met in high school. We were in this class together called a rock ensemble, where essentially we just did exactly what we're doing, but with music that we didn't write. John and I were in the same orientation group, and I offered to give him guitar lessons, and then
I asked.
yeah, you did ask for guitar lessons, and then you switched to bass for some reason, right?
Guitar is it's hard. It has 6 strings, bass has 4. So
Yeah, it's too many strings. Yeah, I wasn't the person who introduced Luke, so.
Yeah, sure. I met Luke Miller at my transfer student orientation. I came from Edinburgh, and he came from
Community College of Allegheny County.
There it is. I was standing in line waiting to get my iCard picture taken, and this guy taps me on the shoulder, and he's like, "Hey, I like your shoes." And I'm like, "Hey, I like your beard." And he had this huge beard, and I'm like, this guy looks like Jesus himself, resurrected. So that's kind of how we all met. I knew Jesse for a while. Jesse knew John. I met John once. I just started talking to Luke. I'm like, "Hey, do you play any instruments?" He's like, "Yeah, I play drums." And I'm like, "Awesome." And then that's just kind of how that all came about.
You said rock ensemble in your high school, right? That's really cool. What kind of school did you go to? Like, was it like a rock school, or
No,
was
we
it
went
normal public high school?
It was State College area high school. We had this class, and it was taught by this instructor, and basically any kid that was interested in like band instruments like guitar, bass, drums, vocals, keys, whatever it may be, could get together. The professor or the teacher would select songs, and then we would all just cover them. So
That's
it was a
cool.
good time. Yeah.
That's really interesting. Well, we'll kind of go back on topic for your band, obviously. Tell us about the songs you guys wrote. Those songs are really cool. I really enjoyed listening to them.
Thank you.
How did you guys kind of like come together and write them? Like, tell us a little bit more about the songs you wrote.
You want to take? Yeah.
So Back on You, the first song that we played, was actually the first song we'd ever written together.
Really?
And that song, it was over this last summer. We had spent like 3 days to like 6 days. I actually forget how long it was. 4 days? 4 days, yeah. We somehow all managed to come from across Pennsylvania to Noah's house, where we just kind of camped out and just wrote music for like all 6 days. And the end result was Back on You.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Then Capsule was not the second song we wrote. Capsule was like the third or fourth song. There was a period of terrible songs that we wrote, and then Capsule came along this semester. And you got something to say, Luke?
Yeah, that started out with a bass riff from yours truly, John Biller over here. Not yours truly, but
yeah. Sorry. So what you were giving the history? So was that? So that song. I don't know if you caught the lyrics at all. You might think it's about like getting hooked back on a girl or a guy, or just thinking about someone that you're obsessed with. Because the song's called "Back on You." I forget exactly how the lyrics go. But Noah and I, we wrote the lyrics up in my bedroom when we came back to school at the beginning of last semester, or sometime around the end. He was trying to wean himself off nicotine at the time because he hits the jewel like a fiend.
Yeah.
So he doesn't anymore. He's actually good now. So, but we were talking about nicotine addiction, and because I would fiend it off him too, because who doesn't like a good nicotine buzz when you're with your best buddy writing a song? And we just said, hey, let's go with it. Let's extrapolate the metaphor, and we took that and ran.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's really interesting. I definitely like the first song. What did you say the song name was again?
Back on You.
Back on You. That was definitely my favorite one. Like out of the ones that you guys performed.
That's definitely probably the most fun I have playing.
Oh yeah, it's definitely something I would definitely listen to like in my free time as well. All the songs actually. I loved all of your music.
Thank you.
Is there any like kind of social media we could actually follow you guys on or anything like that?
Yeah. It's at Placeholders Official.
Okay, cool.
That's it.
Like on Twitter, Instagram, everything?
No, just Instagram.
Oh, just Instagram.
That is
Okay.
it. We have Bandcamp, or is it SoundCloud? It's a Bandcamp. We have one acoustic song on there. Recording is a tough process.
Oh yeah.
We're in the midst of that right now, trying to get the whole logistics of recording down.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have Instagram at Placeholders Official. Working on the Facebook page, but we're more focused on writing our songs.
Yeah,
I'd
definitely.
say, but
well, when you guys
yeah.
kind of release something, I'll definitely be like the first listener. Like I said, your music's really great, and I definitely would check it out. And I'd highly recommend everyone out there to check out the Placeholders as well. This is Check This Out, and we'll see you guys next week, rockers.
Wow, what an awesome performance by the Placeholders.
Yes, that was so epic. I'm so glad they were able to come back. What a wonderful finish to another great episode.
I know, the season is almost over, rockers, so make sure that you're all caught up on all IRB episodes this season.
That's right. You can find all our old episodes and performances on our YouTube page.
But make sure to tune in next week for another great episode.
And don't forget to follow us on social media at IRB-TV or at Indie Rockers Ball. We will see you next week, rockers.
I'm going to say